There is only one God, and his name is Bill. You're laughing now, but wait till you see this. Okay. In the ancient world, the solar deity in the oldest civilizations on earth was referred to as Bil or Bel. It doesn't matter whether it's B-A-L, B-E-L, B-I-L, B-O-L, or B-U-L. It's the B and the L that matter, and the vowel sound is able to be substituted. Okay? So here is the god Bel in the Phoenicia-Canaan tradition, depicted with another solar deity with rays around his head. But that is one of the oldest stone relief depictions of the god Bel or Bil from the Phoenicia-Canaan tradition. And again, he was called Bel in the ancient Sumerian tradition as well. He was known in the Babylonian tradition and Akkadian tradition as Baal. Many people will know this name from biblical accounts because the name Baal is given in the Bible. He was depicted as the bull, the golden bull of Sumeria. And again, you saw Baal depicted as a bull holding the golden child, okay? Because he was the sun god. This is all the solar deity, Bil or Bel, or Baal, okay? So here he is in the Mesopotamian tradition as the golden bull. This is, I believe, a golden statue from Iraq, okay? And again, the word bull, B-U-L, there's the name in the word bull, okay? The reason he was depicted as the bull, and again, Satan is depicted as the bull as well, and I'm not telling you that Bil or Bel is just all satanic. It was viewed as the sun, the light, the rejuvenator of the world, etc. It's where the solar cult of the ancient world derived this name, okay? And you know what Bil meant? Bil or Bel in the ancient world, it was an actual term. It wasn't really so much a proper name as it was a title. It meant master. So you could look at that in two ways. You know, is the sun the master of light? You know, we're receiving the Creator's light, and we have to develop self-mastery through the light? Or is it about authority and the master, you know, ruling over our lives and telling us what we must and must not do? It's two ways of looking at it, just like there's two aspects to the sun, two aspects to the light. There's the true light aspect, and then there's the dark sun. Okay? You have to be able to view these things as having multiple dimensions to them. When you get into the unidimensional way of seeing things, you're missing the point. Okay? But the bull, he was depicted as the bull because the sun 6,000 years ago during the Sumerian civilization was in Taurus. The spring equinox was in Taurus then. This is known as the precession of the equinoxes. Okay? The sun didn't rise in Pisces on the eastern horizon. It rose in Taurus then. You trace those amounts of zodiacal houses back in the precession, that's about 6,000 years. That's how old the Sumerian tradition goes back. Okay? So, Taurus is the bull. And here you have the bull with the sun. It makes perfect sense. Okay? Now, we talked about May 1st, the midpoint of Taurus, the bull, being the high point of the occult holiday. The midpoint of spring being the highest occult Sabbath in the occultic year. And it's called Beltane. Beltane, Bel's wheel. This is the solar wheel. The zodiac is the houses that the sun passes through as a wheel during the course of the year. Well, that's Bel's disc, Bel's wheel, the sun's wheel. The civilization that came out of that time period of the world was Babylon, where all of this dark occultism ultimately came out of. Now, the word Bil is right in the middle of the word, Babylon. So we break down the word Ba. What does Ba mean in the ancient languages? It means spirit. Spirit. On. Jay talked about that word. On means light. And then Bil, the sun god. So the spirit of the light of Bil, or the light of the spirit of Bil. the solar deity. That's literally what the name Babylon meant. The light of Bill's spirit, the light of the sun's spirit. Okay? Well, what's the god of the world today? It's Bill. So they just named it a Bill, right? It's accidental. There's no connection here. What do we want all those bills to do? Well, we need them to pay bills. Bill has to be paid, you know. He wants money. You know, that's his thing. So we have to acquire Bill to pay Bill. The people who have the most of these bills are the billionaires. The ruling class are billionaires. They long ago took all the gold bullion. Ever wonder why it's called bullion? It's named after their god, the bull. Well, on Wall Street, there's their god, the golden bull of Wall Street. They always want bull markets. They don't like it when there's bear markets. They want the bull market. And when there's not a bull market happening, they want a bailout. It's just an accident. It's all coincidence. They distract us with ball games. All the males of society, or most of them anyway, are distracted by the ball. Keep your eye on the bouncing ball. Don't worry about your freedom and rights being taken away. All manner of ball games. Baseball, basketball, football, soccer's played with a soccer ball, tennis with a tennis ball, golf with a golf ball. You can go on and on. Bowling. I even like bowling myself. You know, I have a couple of bowling balls. So, you know, ball games provide distractions. You know, the young people of society, they want to grow up to either be a belle or a baller. You know, baller, a street term for, you know, the super, you know, rich, you know, guy who, you know, he's the cool, rich dude who, you know, got his money from gaming. And the belle, you know, our young women want to just grow up to be pretty. This is the word associated with beauty. Belle means beautiful. You know, from their sun god, you know, the beautiful deity. They distract us with billboards. It's where all the advertising goes to put subconscious messages into the mind. The top singles in pop culture, music, which the dark occult worked through, is called the billboards. Actors are given billing in Hollywood. The Masons are referred to as the builders, whether they be builders of the light or dark builders. We're all builders of society. Two of the big forces ushering in negative political change, communism and Zionism. And these were led by the Bolsheviks and the Balfour Declaration. All right there in the Word. One of the biggest secret societies, the biggest think tank, occult secret societies in the world is the Bilderberg Group. Well, you think that's accidental that the first place they met was the Bilderberg Hotel? Bilderberg means the foundation of Bill. Or in other words, the rock upon which Bill's church is built. And believe me, it is being built upon that foundation. We have a prince in the royal family of England that is going to become king at some future point, and his name is Bill, Prince William. Well, do you think they named the future king Bill or William accidentally? I don't think it is. That's their god. That's why the English royalty vacation at Balmoral Castle. They go there to learn the morals of Baal. Okay? And the castle where the most ritual sacrifice during any given year is held is Amerwa. I mean, look at the accounts that Fritz Springmeier gathered, and also that I believe Bryce Taylor talked about the things that go on at Amerwa. or perhaps it was, I can't remember who did the, talked about the reptilians with David Icke. Arizona Wilder, thank you. Arizona Wilder talked about the occult rituals that take place, the human sacrifice rituals that take place at Amerwa Castle. Where is it located? It's located in Bouillon, Belgium, which is, by the way, Belgium is the proposed seat of the world government at Brussels. Now, Bouillon, named after the sun bull god, Bel or Bill, just happens to be directly next to another little settlement called Munio. So you have Munio and Bouillon, the sun and the moon. It's coincidence, though. You might think this is all baloney. I think people just can't see the connections because they're a little bullheaded. They're rigidly attached to their belief system. That's the belief systems, the belief systems that they give everybody. And Jay talked about it as the lie is in there as well. Bel's lies. The dark sun gods and the dark solar cult's lies. I think it's going to take a lot of courage, otherwise known as boldness or having some balls, to really change the trajectory that we're on as a species. I think we need to be struck with noetic lightning, with the lightning bolt. And maybe the light bulb will go on. And then maybe people will start paying attention to things like the Bill of Rights and the Liberty Bell, positive symbols for human freedom in our society. Maybe they could even listen to some of the words of wisdom in the New Testament of the Bible. The Bible. Maybe once we start doing that, we'll develop the ability to achieve balance. Because that's ultimately what it's all about, folks. It's about bringing the balance of the sacred masculine and sacred feminine dynamic together in that sacred union. And when we do that, and we understand natural law, maybe things won't have to get belligerent, and we won't have to use bullets to get this change done. If we do it the right way, we could put an end once and for all to this bullshit called human slavery. Thank you. And you know, when we do that, we truly will have hit the spiritual bullseye. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and attention.